Good day everybody. Today I'm going to be reviewing and showing you how to play the game Dubious. Now Dubious is a little party game, and the object of the game is you are going to try to guess your opponent's occupation and also their secret. So let's check it out. So in the game you're going to have three different categories that you're going to be able to choose from. You've got the Victorian, you've got modern, and then you also have fantasy. Now in each of these categories you're going to see that there are occupations and secrets that go along with each of these categories. These particular cards are going to have the different occupations, and then these cards over here are going to have the secrets. And in the beginning you're going to go ahead and choose which theme you want to go with. We're going to go with the modern theme over here. You're going to go ahead and draw cards, and what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and look at them, and you're going to go ahead and pick one occupation and one secret, and the other two you're going to go ahead and mark into your sheet. Each of these categories are also going to have three question cards that are going to be specific for this category. So since we're going to go ahead and do this one, these are going to be the three questions that are going to be synonymous with it, like what superpower would you like to have? There's a power outage in your area, what do you do? And again, this is going to be the modern one here. These are going to be appearance questions, basically saying what do your hands look like, how are you built, what does your face and hair look like? And then you're also going to have assorted questions. So what do you have with you? What do you dream of? What are you afraid of? So these are going to be questions that are going to be asked in the game. And what you're going to do is you are going to basically create a story of sorts as you are answering these questions. Now what you're going to be trying to do in this game is you're going to try to get as many people to guess who you are, but you don't want nobody to guess or you won't score, and you also don't want everybody to guess because you won't score points with that either. So you have to try to create your identity and your secret in a way to where most people will get it right. Now on top of that, you're also going to score points if you're able to guess your opponent's occupation and secret as well. You might be able to get one of them, or you might get both of them. You go ahead and get these three cards, and you'll shuffle them with these cards over here, and then you'll also go ahead and get these cards, and you're going to go ahead and shuffle them into two separate decks. Okay, so each player is going to be receiving one of these shields over here to hide their sheet. You're going to put your name over here, and then you're going to put the names of the players that you're playing over here. Now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be writing down some possible answers as to who they may be over here, and then over here you're going to just be writing down the answers that your opponents are going to give you, trying to get any clues. Now in the beginning you're going to go ahead and draw two of each of these types of cards, and you're going to pick a set of them. So I'm going to pick these two, and then I'm going to put these two to the side, and then I'm going to go ahead and label who I am here and who I'm not here, and this is just going to help me eliminate these two cards. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw two cards from the appearance deck, and then three cards over here from the assorted question deck, and you're going to go ahead and shuffle them, and then these are going to be the 5 questions that are going to be answered in each round. So let's just say I flip over the first question. This says, what first impression do you give? So as a fitness instructor, I can go ahead and say I come across as one that is not overweight or something like that. Or you can even be more specific and say, well, you know, it's something I like to do. I like to take walks in nature, and I like to try to help people to take walks as well, things like that. You can be as descriptive as you want, but ultimately you really only need a couple of sentences. Now everybody else is also going to be giving a description of who they are, and what you're going to do is you're simply going to go ahead and start taking notes over here. And you're going to go ahead and look at this occupation chart over here, and this is kind of where you're going to be putting down possible numbers. So let's say somebody says, well, I like to drive a lot or something like that. I could say, well, he could be a taxi driver, he could possibly be a paramedic. So I might like say, okay, well, I'm going to put 2 and then an 11 over here, just to kind of give an idea, and then make some notes over here, likes to drive, for example. So then you're going to go ahead and go to the next question. This one says, what are you wearing? So then you can just go ahead and kind of give a description of what you're wearing. Everybody else will do the same thing. You'll go ahead and take notes. Once you get through all 5 of these questions, you're going to go ahead and read off all of the clues again. and then everybody's going to go ahead and guess. Now, for every answer that you get right, you're going to go ahead and score a point for each of the players that you got. So I'll go ahead and put my guesses over here. Let's say I say 2 and then I say 5 or something like that for John. Let's say I ended up getting 2 right. I'll go ahead and mark it over here. And let's say that all the players, all but one of them got the fitness instructor right. So I'll score for that. Let's just say one person got this part right. I'll score for that. So what you'll do is you're going to go through a certain amount of rounds. You'll just simply count up your victory points over here, and whoever has the most amount at the end of a given amount of rounds is going to win the game. So Dubious kind of reminds me of several games that I've played. It reminds me of Dixit, Balderdash, and Malarkey, and games like that where you're trying to write down answers and you're trying to get your opponent to guess those answers so you can get points, and you're also trying to correctly guess your opponents so you can also score points. You're not going to try to get everybody to guess your answer, and you're also going to try not to get nobody to guess your answer. So you had to craft your answers in a way to where you'll get it somewhere in the middle. Now, this game I think would be really good for people who enjoy drama or who are very creative and who like to act. If you've ever seen RPG videos, I've seen some where people will actually dress the part and they will just completely immerse themselves in their character. Well, you have the freedom to do that. You can just write out your answers in a couple of sentences, or you can just act it out however you want to. And you're going to be writing down clues, and you're going to be trying to guess what your opponent's, and you're also going to be trying to guess your opponent's secret and occupation. This is a game that's going to appeal to people who like to be creative, and it's also going to appeal to people who like to try to get people to guess who they are, and also who are trying to deduct who other people are. I could definitely see some expansions being made for this game. This game has 3 themes, such as a modern theme and things like that. The fun thing with this game is that it gives you complete creative control as to how you want to play it. So if you're a very creative person, you can play this game. If you're not such a creative person, you can also play this game, because ultimately what you're going to be trying to do is guess what your opponents are and having them guess who you are, but not trying to get it all or nothing. All right, guys, that's my review of Dubious. We'll see you. Keep on gaming.